Hello everyone, my name is General Holsa and welcome back to another Fallout 4 building tutorial, where today we're going to be rebuilding and refurbishing this destroyed building here in Jamaica Plain. Now, when you first stumble across it, it's actually very destroyed and dilapidated, so I'm going to be rebuilding it. I'm also going to be showing you guys what I'm going to be doing to basically change it up and change the original building that already exists in Jamaica Plain to something that I can use to my advantage and something that's going to fit the lore of Jamaica Plain a bit better. So, as you may know, I currently have the mod that's called Scrap All the Things that literally allows you to scrap all the things. As you see as I walk around, literally almost everything is highlighted yellow as I can scrap it. So what I do is I actually remove those two walls there and I decide to replace it with one of these rolling warehouse doors. In fact, I actually replace this corner wall. I destroy that corner wall and then I replace that those two walls there with the rolling warehouse door. I as well also use some brownstone from the brick section of the block section that Workshop Rearranged gives me. So I feel like it fits very nice, and I actually am really glad that I was able to sort of fit everything in the way that I want it to. I wanted this to be a bit more rebuilt, but I also wanted it to have that destroyed feel to it, of course, with the brownstone and pretty much everything that it has. I wanted it to be a mix between the warehouse of the corrugated steel that the warehouse gives me, the concrete that you can find in the original structure, and then the brick, of course, that you see on the outside, and of course now the inside. Here I'm going to be building these stairs. They're sort of like these corner-shaped stairs that I really like. You may remember them actually from when I first built at the castle. I used it in the general's house, if I remember correctly. I think I'm starting to use it now in pretty much every other build that I build a building with a second floor. I feel like it uses less space, and I also feel like you can fit it into a corner and sort of use the rest of the space for something else. So, yeah. I also, if you notice, I put the walls under. You don't have to do that. Here I'm actually building the railing, but you don't have to build the walls under. You could put a post, and I think it works just fine. So I use the concrete railings because I feel that looks fine. I feel like that looks perfect. I feel like they match between the warehouse stairs and, of course, the railings. So here I'm going to be building the second floor. I'm actually going to take this little moment to talk about pretty much Jamaica Plain and what's going on with it. So, yeah. Jamaica Plain is actually pretty much done at this point. I mean, there really isn't much left to do. There's probably another video before the final tour. So, I just wanted to show you guys this specific thing that I wanted to do in Jamaica Plain, of how I rebuilt it and how I'm changing it up. So, yeah, Jamaica Plain is pretty much done. I kind of wanted to build this settlement up a bit more as opposed to some of the other settlements that I'm going to do, with a bit of bigger structures and a bit of structures that would take more time in reality to build as opposed to some of the other structures which I intend on doing, which seems like they were a bit more ramshackled, so to speak. So I do feel like this sort of looks like it took a long time, or it could have taken a lot of manpower to do so. So that's sort of what I'm going for. The thing I'm going for in Jamaica Plain is that the people who have lived here for pretty much 200 years since, or in fact before the Great War. They have been the original people in Jamaica Plain. So I sort of want to show you guys, that these people are from not really a different time, but they are, they have been here for a while, and they have been sort of rebuilding everything and redoing everything in a weird way. They've been sort of spending the remainder of their time, or the entirety of their time in Jamaica Plain, sort of just rebuilding and refurbishing the surrounding areas and stuff. So here I'm putting that tarp roof. I feel like that fits just perfectly, especially into that corner there, or that little section there. So I put the posts up just to make it look a tiny bit reinforced. And then I also off camera put some bricks there, so there's not a weird gap in the wall where I feel like anyone could simply just fall out of. So you'll actually see some of the changes I do in the final tour. I guarantee it's nothing too much, something, you know, it's nothing that people can't do, you know, by themselves, or they can't see and they'll need a tutorial. I mean, I'm willing to provide a tutorial on this if anyone does need it. So here I'm using these shack wall filler boards, nothing too much. I'm just adding the tiny last pieces actually before the tour. That tarp I actually add there, you're not going to see it in the final tour, and it's because the final tour has a different version than the version that I built here. I changed some stuff up, and they're kind of two different areas. So they're still the same thing, and they're still built the same way. They're just kind of a bit different, so to speak. So it's still the same thing generally. There's nothing much to be worried or confused about. So as you see, I also put a door there in the corner. You know, I didn't want the garage door to be the only entrance, so I put the door there, and then I patched it up, of course, using some of the wood boards from the patchwork section to make it look like the door was just nailed into place. Also because there's a barricade on the other side, so that door is pretty much pointless at this point. So if you do want to enter into Jamaica Plain, you have to, of course, use the, or not Jamaica Plain, into this mechanic shop, you do have to, of course, use the, you know, top entrance down. So anyway, should be it for this video. I didn't really have a big video plan for this. It is kind of a simple build, so yeah, if you do have any questions though, feel free to comment and let me know. I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.